Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining us once again for our daily English news edition. I am Daniel Cook, your host, each weekday at 6 p.m. Thousands of Christian believers celebrated the most important day of the Christian calendar, Christmas Day, in the Cathedral of St. Paul in the capital city. Ignoring the cold temperatures, Christian believers waited for hours for the Christmas Mass. This is the first Christmas in many years that the Mass was not headed by the leader of the Albanian Catholic Church, Archbishop Janullatos, who passed away several days ago. Instead, the Mass was headed by Bishop George Fernando, who prayed for peace, prosperity, and love, as well as all those who have suffered from terrorist attacks all around the world. Some Muslim believers joined in the Christmas celebrations as well. The Mass was finished in the early hours of this morning, and the Catholics spread messages of more peace and love in the world. Hundreds of Orthodox believers celebrated Christmas today, praying for more peace, happiness, and prosperity in the world. After Christmas Eve Mass at midnight, they attended the Christmas Mass in the early hours of this morning, which was headed by the Archbishop of the Orthodox Church, Archbishop Janullatos. He spoke this message for the congregation. Holy sons of God, concern, pain, and fear are present in our lives. We face poverty in many forms, terrorist attacks, and violence. In these troubled times, the Christmas celebration comes as a light of hope and peace. May you have a blessed Christmas with the Christ inside us, said Archbishop Janullatos. The Orthodox Mass began at 6 o'clock this morning. Many of Albania's politicians visited the Orthodox and Catholic churches in the capital today to convey their messages for Christmas, including President Bujar Nishani, the Assembly Speaker Ilir Meta, and Tirana's Mayor Erion Veliaj. Ilir Meta first visited the Orthodox Church, where he conveyed the message of a fairer and more unified society. After meeting with the Archbishop Anastas Janullatos, Mr. Meta had a message for the political class as well. Merry Christmas to all Christian believers. Love is the key to the efforts and sacrifices for change, which start with ourselves, our families, and society. A change for our world in the name of God, love, and respect, said Meta. On behalf of the Democratic Party, the MP Gens Polo wished for a year of hope and joy. Today is a moment of hope for that the future days will be full of joy. May hope and happiness be present in 2016. My best wishes for everyone, said Mr. Polo. On behalf of the Socialist Party, the Minister of Social Welfare gave the following message. My blessing goes out to all those who are needy. Let this day be a good day for all those giving presents, said Minister Klosi. On his part, Mayor Veliaj wished for a new year with fewer conflicts and more solutions. He announced that during these days, the City Hall will be offering free food for the needy. This is a celebration day, he said, even for those who have other beliefs. This is a moment to reflect on the Christmas story, which is the story of a modest person who changed the world. And I believe that Tirana has many unknown heroes if each of us decides to spread solidarity. After conveying their messages from the Orthodox Church, the politicians also visited the Cathedral of St. Paul in Tirana, where they met with the Archbishop George Frendo. Thousands of Christians celebrated Christmas today all around the country. The Vice Prime Minister Niko Pelesi and the Democratic Chairman Lulzim Basha conveyed their holiday messages from Korça. Let's hope that the coming year will bring better and happier days for all Albanians, said Mr. Pelesi. Chairman Basha focused his message especially on the needy, the poor, and children, telling them not to lose their hope and faith. May this blessed day bring hope and the faith that the future will be better than today, said Mr. Basha in Shkodra. The Christians celebrated the birth of Christ with prayers and songs. In Leja, the Holy Mass was held in the Cathedral of St. Nicola. And in Durrës, hundreds of Christian believers attended the Mass in St. Lucia Cathedral. And in Berat, the celebrations were started with the opening of the culinary fair. Christian believers in Fier and Gjirokastra celebrated Christmas with prayers for more peace and harmony between people. In Kosovo, the Christmas Mass was held in the Mother Teresa Cathedral in Pristina. The Mass was headed by the Bishop Dode Djergji, and during his address, he praised the canonization of Mother Teresa. By declaring Mother Teresa a saint, next year, which is the year of mercy, will also be the year of grace for the whole world, because we can pray to God even in Albanian, declared Bishop Gjergji, adding that if we resembled Mother Teresa only a little, there would be more equality in the world and the situation of humanity would be different. He rebuked Kosovo's political class, saying that what they are doing will only bring anarchy. He called for more unity, dialogue, and resistance to evil. We cannot be silent about the situation in the country, he said, when we see how freedom is being misused and being made only the privilege of some and not as a general right, said the Bishop of Kosovo. The civil society held a festive lunch for the needy today and gave food and presents to the poor. Around 1,000 people participated and received gifts that were gathered by the Tirana Donates initiative. This is not only the feeding of 1,000 hungry people, but it is an indication that the people of Tirana care about the needy, said one activist. Some of the needy people asked for such initiatives more frequently. The same thing was done in Durrës, and in the coming days, it will be organized in other cities as well. The activists called the people to help those in need who cannot celebrate like the others because of the poverty. The euro has suffered yet another decline in Albania's foreign exchange market. According to the rates of the Bank of Albania, the European currency has dropped to the value of 136.9 lek, while the dollar is currently being exchanged for 125 lek. Agents of the foreign exchange business offices explain that the conduct of the business owners is affecting the increase of foreign currency supply and the decline of demand. According to the experts, business owners are rushing to convert the currency in order to pay their obligations before the value of their money falls. Thus, they are consuming their savings in foreign currency. This has further increased the supply of foreign currency in the market. Another phenomenon that has been noticed in December is that businesses are removing their goods from their warehouses, as the tax directory has announced massive audits in January. They have given warning of tougher penalties if undocumented goods are discovered. This too has affected the currency market by lowering the demand for foreign currency to purchase imported goods. After reaching its highest level in June this year at 141.3 lek, the euro has recorded a steady downfall in the last months of this year. Internal factors of supply and demand have contributed to this trend much more than the weakness of the euro in the international markets. Once again, thank you for joining us for our daily English edition. Have a wonderful Christmas night and see you tomorrow at the same time.